and experienced. For over 20 years, we have helped thousands throughout the Hudson Valley, New York City, and Long Island. We work 100% for the 99%. For a free consultation with an experienced attorney, call or text us at 212-766-1100. And yes, we speak Spanish.
Millennium TV, bridging communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Submit your own content to 1530entertainmentllc@gmail.com. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome back. I'm your host. Welcome back to LOT360. I'm your host, Peter Steffen, and we're here with the fellow host, LOT360, OGT. So, I want to be very clear. I served my country with honorable discharge. OGT served this country honorable discharge. Can you talk about being a veteran? What does it mean to you to be a veteran of the United States military?
Well, first of all, to know, the patriotism, and to know that when you volunteer or whether you're drafted, you're serving the purpose for not yourself, your country, but everyone in the United States. You understand, for our protection and well-being and the freedom that we have to enjoy life as we do.
Sure.
You understand? And it's a great honor to do that for your country, whatever country you're from.
Sure.
You understand, to serve your country. I joined the Marine Corps at 17, and I ended up in the desert. I was stationed in 29 Palms, California.
No joke.
Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center. And I was in the infantry.
Wow.
And I had a lot of fun. You understand?
Fun you can talk about, or fun you can't talk
fun
about?
you can talk about,
Fun
drinking in the E-clubs and hanging out, shooting pool, getting
That's
blasted.
a fair question, my fellow veterans.
You understand?
It's
That's
a fair
after
question.
you serving what you have to do.
After you wet behind the ears.
I was in the 0311. I was in the infantry.
You become an adult.
I was out there,
Sure.
a devil
Much
dog,
respect.
a rat, a desert rat.
What are some of the names they have for you out there?
Well, we have all kinds
All
of names.
kinds of names.
Leathernecks.
Yeah. I mean, names that you can...
Chesty Puller.
Should pull out the beer. Let's start drinking.
Pull out the kegs.
No.
Mind.
Excuse me. Let me be very clear. I was in the U.S. Navy. Everybody in the military, you have respect for Marines. You have respect for Army, because they're getting in. They're
We're all
the first
servicemen at the end of the day.
Yes.
You understand?
And there's
We're
certain
serving
levels.
the same purpose.
Yes, there's certain
no
levels.
matter
to
what
it.
branch.
Sure.
We're serving, and we're all serving the same purpose. The well-being and protection of every American in the United States or anywhere throughout the world that they may be.
What could you say about people who think, what could you say? I'm very careful how I speak. What could you say about people who don't want to join the military, or kind of see the military in a negative light, or even go as far as to say you're serving the man, we fake, wars and things like that? What could you say about them?
Well, first of all, the military ain't for everybody.
Sure, respect. Thank you, OGT.
There's some that just couldn't cope with the military. You
Why?
understand? The
Why is
trainings,
that? Okay.
The trainings are intense. Okay. You're being broken down to become a military person.
Yes, sir.
Opposed to a civilian.
Yes, sir.
You're taking that civilian world of yours and they're demolishing it and putting it on the side.
Respect.
Now you're a military person, okay? You're part of the government, okay? And you're there to serve a purpose.
Yes.
Which is what you volunteered or got drafted for, which is to serve your country and your people.
Bingo.
What
you volunteered for.
Exactly.
So was it back then when you either had so what I heard back then was they either say go to jail or join the military. Was that true?
Yeah, but that was during wartime, during the draft.
Okay.
That's when those issues came about.
Sure.
You understand? Either you went and served your country or you went and did some time. You understand?
And to be honest, walking the right path.
You were fortunate to just have to do some times. Other countries will throw you in the firing squad. You understand? And you're done. So, but like I said, not everyone's meant to be in the military. There's civilians that are meant
What
to be
are some of the
civilians and serve their
sorry, go ahead,
purpose
sorry.
in the civilian world, okay, also to protect and defend.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying? You necessarily don't have to be in the military to be part of that participation in serving your country and doing what you got to do.
So
be productive for your country. Look out for others.
How did the military help you become the community man you are today?
Well, you meet people from every parts of the world.
Thank you for sharing.
You understand? You go through intense training. You understand? You learn to appreciate brotherhood. Okay, because you come into life and death situations. Okay, and everyone's dependent on you just like you're dependent on them.
Sure.
Okay, and if anything happens or somebody fouls up, it costs lives. You understand? So you want to be on point and do what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? And that's one of the main objectives. You understand? To be aware.
Sure. Okay.
And know your surroundings. Okay. And protect your country and your people.
And with that being said, and kind of like parallel to what we're doing, we're getting used to this environment. Millennium 24, LOLT 360. There are more polished hosts out there such as OGT and Yvette LeBoy and Ash and Marcus and Todd Goldfinger. And I want you to, for whoever's out there forming an opinion about what we're doing and what we're developing, we're on Front Street. You see us. And the reason why I say that in relations to being a veteran, because, for example, what you learned in the military, you became a community man. Have you come across other and I'm sorry, I'm talking a lot. Please excuse me. You're an advocate for veterans. What are some of the problems that you know of veterans? Brother, the floor is yours.
Well, veterans, just like everyone else, we have a lot of mental issues. You understand? And the thing is that we appreciate doctors, civilians, all those who are in the medical field, the VA administration, and so forth and so on. But, I feel that anyone who's working with the Veterans Administration should go through some type of classes or courses.
Sensitivity.
To better understand and deal with veterans.
Fair. That's fair.
Okay?
That's fair.
I feel that most of these people that work, including doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, I don't care who you are.
Sure.
I personally feel if you didn't serve in the military, first of all, you cannot relate to someone who has. First and foremost, I don't care what your education is, PhD, whatever the case.
Because when they come home, and sorry to interject, when they come home, everybody out there, look at me. When I came home, I was walking a certain way. For example, they say when you march, don't move your hands past your legs so you can keep straight posture. I'm just saying, for example, that conditioning process isn't necessarily a bad thing. It prepares you. So in your works in the community, and now as a veteran that you are, as a honorably discharged veteran, were you able to rub off some of the things you learned as a veteran in the community?
Absolutely.
Nice.
I encouraged a lot of the community
This is great, man. This
youngsters
is so great.
to join the military. I actually helped a few get in.
Really?
Okay, they joined the Army.
How was that
the
conversation
Navy,
like, if you
the
don't
Marines.
mind?
Well, it was a great conversation because they were interested.
Did it come from you, or did it come from the message that we see on TV?
Well,
be all you can be, and etc. And I asked that question to get into the nooks and crannies about the psychology of a veteran and somebody who's proactively recruiting for your reason. Yeah, go ahead.
It came through the fact of acknowledgement.
Okay.
You understand? Growing up in the community, in the neighborhood, everyone gets to know. Or OGT was in the Marines, so forth and so on. So those who feel interested and feel that they can make a career or just want to serve their country, would approach me. And we would discuss, what the military is about. What would you like to do in the military? Okay, not just to go into the military with open contract and not know where you're going. You definitely want to know what careers or goals you want to make while in the military. Okay, because
some people are gung ho. Yeah. Some people are gung ho. They want to go into kill and go in. And I'm not saying whatever the reason. Well, mostly Marines. I ain't gonna.
I was gung ho.
Yeah. Okay.
I was in the infantry. I was on 311.
I'm reaching.
Okay,
I'm reaching.
the deer hunter.
Sure. I'm trying to stay away from that because that could be maybe traumatic
I've
for a
been
lot of
wounded,
people.
shot at.
Wow.
You understand? I've been through mine.
What is that
in the
like being
military.
shot at, sir?
Through friendly fire, it's, you know, it wakes you up. You understand? Because first of all, if you know it's an enemy and you're out on a mission or the case may be, it's a different situation because you're expecting to be fired upon. You understand? But when you're what we consider doing maneuvers. Okay, when
Sure.
you're out there training,
Yes, sir.
everything was live. We did everything live. We did shoot blanks out there.
Okay.
And there was times, you know, radio communication just didn't get through.
Sure.
And you know, you receive friendly fire.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I experienced a lot of things in the military, but some things, you understand, just are what they are.
Yeah, and
You understand?
and
But
LOT
it happens.
And LOT 360, we're here to talk. You know, my fellow hosts will come in. We're here to go give you the perspective of, I'd say the average person, but the person who's been through stuff and be able to share. Using this medium forum to speak and share what you feel and talk about what's going on. So let's swing into the community. What does the community mean to you? Because,
Well,
and I'll give you an example.
The
Start over
community
to
is everything because
before we came here, you was making moves with a hardware store. You was like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. The hardware store owner said, yeah, in future shows, you come to the hardware store and we'll put up flyers, etc., and things like that.
we want to put out the word
Yes, sir.
that
Thank
Life
you
on
so
Life
much.
Terms Production
Sure.
and all its members
Sure.
and all those who participate
Sure.
and gives the support, that we give support back, you understand, to help others. You see what I'm saying?
Now, for those people here, now we're working with time. I'm cutting in, please excuse me. You know, we're working with time constraints. Compare the civilian in comparison to a veteran from your perspective.
Well, like I said,
And I'm sorry to generalize. We're just gonna throw it out there. Not everybody's the same. I get that, but just to kind of give you from your perspective, the civilian to the veteran.
Well, you have civilians that have had family members that were in the military.
Correct.
So they have somewhat an understanding of a military man's mentality, a veteran's mentality.
Sure.
You understand, which is different than civilian mentality. You understand,
In what
like
way,
I said,
if you don't mind?
in the military, you're trained in certain areas to protect your country.
Yes.
Okay? Out in the civilian world, you're not worried about anything like that. You're working, you're making your money, you're hanging out, having a good time on the weekends, not really thinking about these soldiers that are giving you that opportunity to be and do that. You see what I'm saying? People don't acknowledge us in that sense. You understand? We need to acknowledge the veterans
sir.
more than what
Thank
we
you for
do
your
nowadays.
service. Thank you for your service.
And likewise.
Thank you for your service. Thank you very much.
As I was saying before, who understands a veteran better than a veteran himself?
So what can you say about veterans being you have a understanding of veterans? What could you say about the veteran man who actually comes out of the service? I mean, the veteran, you know, he's coming out. We get the transition. What could you say about the veteran?
To know that their veteran brothers, us, okay, are out here for them. You understand? We're here to give them the support that we know they need. Because we've been through similar experiences. Once you've been in the military, you know the military. Doesn't matter what branch you serve. Like I said, any branch you serve, you're serving your country. So it doesn't matter, and it's great. You understand? Just to serve your country, regardless of the branch. We're all brothers at the end of the day. Why? Because we're veterans and we understand each other.
And it's kind of like sports. I mean, you can see ESPN. I mean, I love watching First Take Stephen A. and bye Max Kellerman. He's not there. I love Max Kellerman. He's really good. But the reason why I say that from a camaraderie, continuity standpoint, you learn how to work together regardless of skin color, regardless of prejudices, regardless of race. It's a team.
It's a team.
I remember when I was in the military, when I was in boot camp, they was like, hey, I've never seen a minority. I've never seen this type of person because people are so separated. But with that being said, we'll return after these commercial break. And we'll talk more OGT, LOT 360, and what else is going on. So we'll be right back after these commercial messages.